tragic a triumph, wonder what's coming next. I think we all should admit we ain't seen nothing yet. You don't know why.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be right now. I welcome you to the Michael Pina Sr. Show here on May 11th, 2020. This is episode 164. This is a show that helps you stay out of debt and hopefully get you to live on less than you make. Listen, I'm going to get right into it right here. I got no quote for you today, but I got some good news. Businesses are opening back up, okay? And QB Velocity, you know, with my son, we're right back in it. We're right back in it. We're going to be opening up this weekend coming up. And all small businesses are open. Help your small businesses out. I mean, it's great news. I mean, if you got a side hustle going, keep it going. Hopefully you were able to do some things during this time that is going to help you to go forward. I mean, you know, things going on online. My son did it. You should have done it. And that's some great news. I can't wait to start training our quarterbacks again. I can't wait to get out there and move around and get back to work with that. So that's some great news for everybody out there, that this economy is going to get going again, and everybody should start making some money again, right? And that's what this show is about. It's about what you do with your money. If you need help with your money, let me know. I've been getting some messages, I've been getting some things, and it's going to bring me to what I want to talk about today. I wanted to talk about compound interest, but I had to back things up a little bit because I got some questions, and I've been talking to some people about different things that they're not ready for me to give that talk right now. We will get back to compound interest, but not until I get over what I got to talk to you about today. All right. Basically, I mean, I want to make sure you know where I'm coming from when I'm talking to you about money. As I tell you, you need to educate yourself constantly about money. You need to be able to do things for you, because that's what I'm doing. I'm constantly educating myself, and I love it. I mean, I don't get enough of it, and that's why I like doing this show. I like to bring to you what I'm learning, and it's a continuous learning thing that you got to do with money. It never stops. If I tell you something, you hear something, look into it. Make sure that you're learning about it. I told you before, don't trust anybody. Make sure that you trust yourself enough to learn what you're doing. And that brings me up to something that I did some investigation on some things, and I'm learning some things. And this guy, Rick Edelman, all right, I keep on hearing him on the radio, so I started doing some things and digging about him. He has some things and some points that, you know, I agree upon, and, you know, the Dave Ramsey philosophy that I'm going to talk to you about today agrees upon. But right off the bat, he's talking about, when I started studying him, he's talking about how it's stupid to keep a budget. And that, to me, is the backbone of everything that we do, is keeping a budget. And he's saying it's stupid to keep a budget because things happen in life. You blow up your budget, and you know, you never have control of it. Well, you know, if you follow the principles and the philosophy that I lay out, which is Dave Ramsey. I mean, look up Dave Ramsey if you don't know who he is. That's all I'm teaching and I'm reiterating is things that I've learned from him, okay? And, you know, the thing is with Dave Ramsey, I think that a lot of people don't like, is that he's got a lot of religion involved, but he also has science. And when I took philosophy in school, my philosophy teacher, he drew it on the blackboard, that he said, you know, he drew a block or a cliff with religion. Then a cliff over here, all right, with science. And then everything in between is philosophy. And it's up to you to fill that up in between. Everybody's personal finance is personal. But it's a philosophy that you need to follow, that I hope that I'm able to teach you, is the things that you need to be able to do before you can go on and investing in money and doing the things that I'm also teaching. And you know what? Dave Ramsey's got both. I mean, he talks about religion and the things that he follows within the Bible. You know, the borrower is slave to the lender. I mean, that comes right from the Bible. The borrower is slave to the lender. You know, so that means stay out of debt. You know, and somebody like Rick Edelman is saying it's okay to be in debt as long as you're saving. I don't believe in that. I mean, I got in so much problems when I was in debt, and the stress and everything else, that when you're in debt, people right now are stressed out because they're in debt. I don't have that stress. I don't have that feeling because I don't have that debt. All right. And then the science part of it. I mean, the different work that Dave Ramsey has done in the different experiments, I guess you could say, or the different controlled substances, the different control groups that he has when it comes to, just like the Everyday Millionaire with Chris Hogan, Retire Inspire in his book, okay? In Everyday Millionaire, they had 10,000 millionaires that they did complete, homework on, and they were able to do the science, bring the science of what money is with the religion, and with those two things combined brings the philosophy. And when you have a philosophy, there's principles that you got to follow if you're going to follow that person's philosophy. And I bring that up because people are asking me about their 401k, how much they should invest, where they should invest it. And then I always ask, the first question I ask, I say to them, do you have an emergency fund? Well, I got a couple of bucks here and there. Do you have debt? Well, I got a couple of credit cards and I got a car payment and stuff. Well, I can't talk to you about, what your investments are going to be unless you follow my principles. It's not right for me to do. All right. And it's simple. And I want to be able to bring back the Dave Ramsey principles. And the principles are simply the baby steps. You start with the budget, you follow the baby steps. That's his philosophy. And then everything else is going to come after that. All right. And if you don't know what the baby steps are, that's what we're going to kind of review right now, real quick. Okay. Baby step 1. All right. We're going to take everything you got in the bank and bring it down to $1,000. So if you got 10 grand in the bank, you've got $50,000 in debt. We're going to take 9,000 of that 10 grand and put it onto your debts. If you don't have $1,000 in the bank, that's the first thing you're going to do. We're going to get a starter emergency fund. That's all that is a starter emergency fund of $1,000 in the bank. Baby step 2, we're going to work the debt snowball. You go smallest from largest, knocking off each debt. I don't care what the interest rate is. I don't care what all that stuff is. I get those questions too, telling me, I got to pay this one off first because the interest rate is high. No, take the smallest debt, put everything you can on that smallest debt, and as you pay off that smallest debt, you roll up all that money into the next debt, and you keep on going downhill like a snowball. And eventually you get to that largest debt and you pay that baby off with everything that you got. All right. So baby step 1, you got a starter emergency fund for $1,000. Baby step 2, the most important step, I believe, is paying off all your debt, smallest to largest, using the debt snowball. Then baby step 3, we're going to get a fully funded emergency fund, okay? So that's 3 to 6 months of expenses. I've also seen that people want to put 3 to 6 months of their salary. No, 3 to 6 months of expenses you put into the bank as your fully funded emergency fund now. Now we get into baby step 4, 5, and 6. Baby step 4, we're going to put 15% of your income into retirement. Now I could talk to you about your 401k. Now I could talk to you about compound interest and how important it is to get that in going as a young adult and getting that money put into there. All right. And then baby step 5, if you have a child that's going to be going to college, this is college savings. Again, we can get into more investing, and what I like to do and I'm doing it for my grandchild. I'm so excited. I like the S&P index fund, and that's what I use for her college savings, and also a college 529. That's what I got her mother using for her college savings. All right. So you're going to get into a 529 plan, some kind of college savings, and baby step 5. Baby step 6, we're going to pay off the mortgage. So baby step 4, 5, and 6 we do together. That's 15% of your income going into retirement. Baby step 5, college savings. We could talk about that. Get in touch with me, Coach P, 2210@yahoo.com, and I can let you know what to do with that. Also, baby step 6 now, everything else we got left over, just like we were working that debt snowball, we're going to pay off our mortgage. And I mean, that gets exciting. All right. So now, baby step 7, the last baby step. you are going to live and give like nobody else. So now you're going to just ramp up everything else more into your retirement savings. You've got no more mortgage payment. You know, you could probably put up to 25% into your retirement savings now, you know, but we're also going to give. We're also going to give. And that's where, like, I'm trying to get into more now, is more giving. I do this show as part of my giving. I say I can't give you money, but I can give you ways to make money, ways to save money, ways to do things with your personal finance that hopefully other people aren't doing right now, that should be doing, that can help you. All right? So remember, follow the baby steps, follow the principles, know the philosophy, get the science, understand, get yourself educated in the science and the religious part of it, you know, and make sure that you're really educating yourself every single day on money. Do something for yourself, do something for the people around you, and follow those baby steps. Because you know what I say, I want to win, I want to help you win. Let's win together.
I know you ain't seen nothing yet. I know you ain't seen nothing yet.